Alright, let's go. Samby, aka the #1 USA player. I think currently rank 4th? He ranked 4th, I think he is at the moment, which is pretty insane. Playing the south of the map. Good old Revnak in the north of the map. Playing as Brits. It's either Brits or Ports at the moment for Revnak. I think he's might be having an identity crisis now that he hasn't been able to play Italy. Or Italy aren't as S tier as they used to be. Definitely feels like he's having somewhat of an identity crisis. Prior to Italy, he was playing literally Brits non-stop. Now he's mixing in a bit of Ports as well. It's sort of a bit like he can't make up his mind, which he thinks is better. Plentiful livestock map. Lots of water buffalo on here. So neither of these is particularly benefit from livestock. So it's not like it's in Africa, Mexico, or Japanese civ, for example, or India. So pretty fair. I'd say this. I at once upon a time I felt like this was Brit favored, but at the moment in the current patch I don't think it is. It can be USA favored, definitely, if they're in a good position where they fast fortress, they get lots of Gatling guns out. I've actually played this matchup as USA versus Revnak, and I've beaten him before. I've lost to him before doing this matchup. It used to be better it used to be Brit favored, I felt like, but obviously Brits got nerfed a little bit, so possibly USA favored. USA do have ways of dealing with Gatling guns, for example. USA historically a infantry civ, so longbows do really well. Obviously you've got the villager pools. Lots of villagers. But yeah, I think USA, though, they tend not to do the kind of all-in fast fortress at the moment. The way that USA are playing is to do the what we literally call the Samby build. Yo, how you doing, Honga? Hawk Girl, Simlo, Shake. This isn't a live match. This was played yesterday, which would have been the 17th of August. So this wasn't on stream, so no one's seen this yet. But I was watching it because I like spying when I'm not streaming. I like to spy on games that are going on. Just all right, that might be a good one for the stream later to cast. So Shake, classic Shake coming in, dropping by on his USA S tier no matter what comment. So we know where Shake's allegiances lie. As I was saying, the Samby build is it's a slower but a much heavier eco-orientated fast fortress. And if your opponent lets you get away with it, basically if they don't rush or they don't do any kind of harassment via cav or whatnot, raiding, then USA will out-eco you. They will out-eco the hell out of you. And you'll probably see why with Samby's build here. It's something along the lines of going into Hamiltonian, into the 2 blockhouses, into the 2 coal mines, and it's just absolutely insane eco. But if you spot it, it's very rushable. It's very rushable. But we'll see what Samby's going to do here. Revnak, on the other hand, pretty standard deck. Does have schooners, rendering plant, so he has improved warships as well. So potentially wants to definitely go. It's quite a greedy water deck. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards from age 1 and 2. Does have a town militia, which is interesting. Not something you see every day with Brits. Looks like he's just massing manners at the moment. There goes down his outpost. Free Ville, so he doesn't have cheaper manners or anything like that. Yeah, just going for mass manners. Hunting dogs coming in. 700 wood coming in. Yeah, go for a really heavy boom here. And I don't feel like that's necessarily the play versus USA, especially Samby's build. And Samby's shipping the Plymouth villagers. Plymouth settlers. That's interesting. What's his build? That is going to give you 300 food as well. I believe it gives you 3 pilgrims per TC you've got. I don't know if it's for all future TCs as well. All existing town centers. Okay, so no future ones. But not a bad card. Considering H2, you can get 5 villagers, you know, 300 food and 3 settlers is pretty good. And the main reason he's shipping it by the looks of it is just so he can get... He's going for a cav start. Not something you see, like 5 minutes 30, he's got 5 cav. And I saw Minutemen out on the... Where are the Minutemen gone? He has Minutemen and 5 cav. Which is really, really good, because other civs can have 5 cav out at this time at the exact same time, but not the extra 5 Minutemen. And that would be the big difference in the cav wars, so... That's actually a pretty insane build, actually. Did he send... So, Plymouth and then gone into Hamiltonian economics. Not making any more hussars. Not going any more gold. So, it looks like he's now going to do his standard build, but he's gone for 5 cavalry first, which I actually really like. Picking up a villager and a manor there, really nice. Damn, this is such an insane build. And this is exactly what I was talking about, like... Does Red Knight have any units out? Only just now he's got 4 musketeers out, but it's 6 minutes 20. What he should have been doing is in my opinion, is putting a forward base out and definitely applying pressure. You got Big Kevin in chat now. USA isn't weak to rush. 14 range musk, mostly strong. Yeah, no, USA aren't weak to rush, but you definitely, if they're going for an eco build, especially if they're cav starting, then you, of course, want to apply pressure. Okay, now Virginia General Assembly coming in. And then once that goes down, that's going to give him about 300 XP, I believe it's on building. It's actually insane. How much XP does it give? Okay, we'll see in a second. But that's going to give him enough. And look at the mass. Look at the macro going on right now. And yeah, this combination of going hussars with Minutemen is enough to take on small batches of musketeers. Gonna run away here, but I can actually take those 5 musketeers, to be honest with you. These Minutemen are really such a great all-round unit. They have even more attack than musketeers. They have 50 more HP as well. Just such a great unit. But they don't have bonus multipliers versus cav. So they're not they do have melee resist, but they are quite weak to mass cav. There we go. And I believe now we'll have the Boston Tea Party. What's he waiting for? Is he waiting for a specific amount of food? 3,300 food. Almost 3,400. That is so insane. Oh my god. So he bought all the food he needed to age up. And he still has over 2,000 gold left over. That card is so insane. It is so insane. It actually deposits, and I don't understand, it actually deposits 350 coin as well, which is like half of an age 2 card, like resource value wise, and then it transforms food into gold, which obviously food is an easier resource to gather. So the resource value he just got out of that was actually insane. Like, unbelievably insane. And this is why I was talking about applying pressure. He hasn't clicked up age up till 8 minutes 30. And Revnak hasn't applied any pressure to his base. He hasn't forced this market down, or the stable down, or the state capital. And yeah, Revnak's just letting him run around the base, really. Starting to build up some walls now. Classic Revnak. More Minutemen getting popped out now. And look at this. Probably just going to go straight for industrial, to be honest. He hasn't used the fast age up, so I presume he's going to wait to use that for industrial. Fun fact, it does minus the age up time by exactly the same. I believe it's minus 50 seconds for both age ups. So you're thinking, well, why would he? But it actually doubles your XP crates as well. And you get more XP crates for going into industrial. So you might as well double the crates for industrial than fortress. You would only use it if you're going industrial. You'd only do this to go fortress if you wanted to get a fort out quickly, or gatlings out quickly, or just force age up quicker. But here it is, and there we go. Yep, there's the statehood. And now it's before 10 minutes, and he's going to be aged up insanely quick. Now this is whilst having applied cavalry pressure, so he's been raiding Revnak the entire time. Getting Minutemen as a way of defending his base as well. This just absolutely insane. Picking up another villager here, just from the 4 age-up veteran sharpshooters. Very nice. He's going to get another one. No, he's not. And it's still getting that Hamilton economics still coming in clutch here. Carbon cavalry now coming from the stable. And I believe he hasn't sent the Russia blockhouse, so he doesn't have any infrastructure to make units. But very Azank orientated card here. So he's aged up with the Morris Canal and New Jersey seaports. Now, he's going to be putting down lots of estates because you want to essentially Meeting House. That's going to provide XP. So you want to get as much XP from these buildings as possible. And estates is the best way of doing that. Obviously, Meeting House is a church. That's going to apply some extra XP ongoing. And then, yeah, another statehood capital, which you can maximize. You can only have 2 of them. So, yeah, played that perfectly. Got the most amount of XP out of that possible. Going to have, like, look at this, 800 XP from the statehood. So 400 for aging up, and then that gets doubled. So he's got 800 XP there. And look how quickly cards are going to be coming in. Oh, it's beautiful. For anyone who doesn't know, this Morris Canal card allows you, it gives obviously the 4 infrastructure wagons. And then basically it sets, I didn't know it set research points to 5 either. But all shipments arrive considerably faster, including that card as well. So yeah, basically now any card he sends, and that includes heavy fortifications, factories. That includes mercenary cards, by the way. So if it's things like the Ulons or the Apache Scouts, they'll all come in quickly as well. So you get even more value out of sending those mercenary shipments, the ones that come in slower than normal cards. So it's a really great age up. It's a really great card. Personally, I prefer California because it's more eco-orientated. And I think California Gold Rush is like USA's best card. So, but, getting these 2 factories out super quick, it's hard to put a price on that. So, another TC coming out. Only on 28 vils. Let's have a look at Revnak. He's on 58 and he's on the water. So, I was just about to say Eco probably favored for Revnak, although there are 2 factories. And age 4 shipments are an insane resource value. Like, this right here, these 4 Culverins is a 2,000 resource value. It's insane. Not to mention the cards come really quickly. So, Eco probably favored in that sense. Eco/tempo, obviously favored for Samby. But the longer this game goes on, he needs to make sure he gets lots of villagers out. Because if he doesn't, and Revnak defends this, he's going to have the Eco advantage. In age 3 now, though. 62 villagers. If he can gather the water from the bottom as well, that would be really nice. He's on double docks. So essentially 3 TCs at this point. Doesn't have much of military, though. Only a few longbows, musks, and a couple of falconets. They are not going to do much here. That horse artillery was from the age up. Two culverins coming out for Revnak now. And I like this. These Minutemen get shadow teched as well. They're such a good unit. And yeah, they essentially get shadow teched with each age. So now they guard Minutemen because they're in age 4. 33 ranged attack. 260 HP. They're just a tough all-round unit. Oh, picking up a nice villager here. Not sure. Looks like the scouts saw that, or maybe the state capital. Samby really applying the pressure now, and he's 1k score in front. Oh, and even 4 culverins would do a lot of damage versus light infantry. But Revnak got his own 4 culverins, and his are in a better position as well. He's got all the line of sight. If we take a look here, he's got plenty of line of sight. And oh, yep, he's going to be able to fire off first. Samby, that is unfortunate. And he's getting another bit. The lock on. Oh, my lordy, lordy, lordy. That's 2.5 culverins gone down. Oh, don't back up. Don't go back. Samby. Don't go back. And these culverins, he hasn't upgraded his culverins, so that was a great win. That was that 1,500 resources that Revnak has been able to just pile drive into the ground there. These 2 culverins going to be going on the horse artillery. No, yeah, but it still stays up. Looks like he's going to get that culverin down, so very nice. Just brute forcing the 2 culverins there. But definitely still an overall better trade for Revnak. He didn't have to lose those 2 culverins, actually. So that was actually bad micro at the end for Revnak. But good early micro with that. So now he's up to 80. So whilst we've been jabbering on, talking away, he's now up to 80 vils. And I'm not sure Samby can put a price on that, even with his factories. I mean, he's on 40 vils almost. 2 factories. That's what, 8 villagers. He still has, he's got heavy cannon production. He still has more cards to send that come in quickly. But eco is probably in favor for Brits. I think it's fair to say it's definitely in favor for Brits. However, he is behind. You know, he's got a lot catching up to do. A lot of these villages are on water, which, you know, don't gather as quickly. But it looks like he's used some cards. Well, maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's just done the upgrades. The gill nets and the other one. Yeah, so these Minutemen will lose to Mass Longbow, which is what is happening right now. 3k score difference. 2k score difference. I've never seen that happen before. So the USA Explorer, it doesn't have a crack shot like the European Explorers are, which is just so OP, by the way. No one has... That is why the European Explorers are the best Explorers in the game. Because they get that crack shot ability. You know, it's arguably the reason why. But I guess Generals get flags and stuff, so maybe not, but still. But it does get like a charged, more powerful attack, which does like double, triple damage. And I've never seen it attack a artillery piece like that, which was pretty funny. I wonder if that Falconet is around. Like, it did 29 damage to the Falconet. Like the Explorer just did in one hit 29 attack. Yeah, there it is. Carbine attack, so 128. So it's about 5 times more powerful than its normal ranged attack. Doesn't have a negative multiplier versus artillery, but obviously artillery have good range resists. So scores staying pretty level. Only 2k score in it. Revnak almost on max vils. But obviously, because he's got boats, he could go well over 99 at this stage. Sending an advanced arsenal? Is that really his best bet here? Advanced arsenal? I mean, he could go refrigeration. He could go cav combat, musketeer combat. Could go rendering plant. It's gonna have a work rate of 30%. Oh! And Samby, a man of my heart, all of a sudden has 6 heavy cannons. That's what he's been using his factories on. Samby going for some mortars. He's only on 50 villagers, so Revnak on double the vils. Still 3k scored down, though. One stable has gone up, but it looks like Samby wants to defend that. Muskfalk versus Muskfalk. Who will reign supreme? Samby's got a frigate on the top here. Did he send this? Yes, okay, he sent 1 frigate. Again, not sure I would have sent 1 frigate as opposed to, you know, you could have gone Russia Company, which would still be amazing here. He could go for Springhold Armory, he could go for Kentucky Coalfields. Oh, that's gonna one hit. Hiya. And that's 1,000 resources just wasted. I mean, Samby knew. He would have already known. Yeah, he saw all these docks. He needed a better way of than just shipping 1 frigate. That was always going to happen. And at 19 minutes, you know, he's going to be able to defend it. Yes. Another covered wagon coming out. But look at this mass of heavy cannons. That's dangerous for anybody. Boom. There goes the wall. There goes 15 wood. 15 wood's worth of walls taken down. Frigate now. Outpost spamming. Yeah, he's just very cautious now about the water getting overtaken, which obviously doesn't want to happen. Still no action happening at the bottom here. Orders. Have these heavy cannons taken anything down? He's going for houses, which I like. He's going to give him lots of XP. XP is really important here because obviously, especially for USA, which get... you might as well use the bonus from the Morris Canal, which is going to allow shipments to come faster. And at this stage of the game, you will actually house your opponent. You know, the classic, oh, you shouldn't take down manners because that means they get an extra free veal. At this stage of the game, you know, he's max pop, basically. People are going to be max pop, so taking down houses is a really good way to slow your opponent down. So if we take a look at RTS here, yeah, look, he's housed. He is rebuilding those houses pretty quickly, but still, you know, if he's going in for the push, he is actually... And look, you can argue that that denied him an extra culverin. But going up with the Tycoon now. He is actually max pop regardless of being housed. So yeah, he probably wouldn't have been able to get that extra culverin out, but he is being forced to send more wood to build these extra manners. Leading with the culverins, that's very important in these artillery wars. Always lead with the culverins. Could definitely attack. Yeah, I was gonna say could definitely hit these longbows. Pushing in with the mortars now. Let's see. This is going to come down to micro, and the scores are neck and neck. We all know, you know, Redknack is very much a Musk Falcon Joyer, so we've seen his micro. He knows how to do it. He utilizes all of this line of sight from the houses, the walls. That's why he always feels like he's always got that advantage when you're pushing in, and that's the power of the walls. Your artillery will see his artillery a lot sooner, and so therefore you can click fire faster. But it looks like Samby's got the better position here. I was going to say, yeah, there goes a double. And look at this just really nice parallel line he's got here, whilst Redknack was just kind of... They were all like on top of each other. So really, really nice micro. That's exactly how you want culverins to look. That's exactly the line you want for them. Whilst Redknack is just... Well, they're all on top of each other. And diving in now with the Ulans. Boom, see you later, longbows. And he doesn't have much anti-cav. Musketeers, but they're getting on top of the culverins. It's really awkward. They've gone into melee mode. Is this the end? It looks like it is, and Redknack just about got up to industrial, but Samby catching him at the perfect time here. Let's go, Samby! Yeah, just didn't have... Oh, look at that. And that's the power of heavy cannons, baby. Does have guard carbine as well. It looks like that's the end. I haven't seen the ending. Oh, trying to pick up some artillery here. Bang, everything going down. He's got the mortars in the back as well. Samby's partial to a mortar. Feels like every time I've seen Samby play, he likes building mortars. I'm not really sure you need mortars if you've got this many heavy cannons, but, you know, he's a better player than I. Still no action on the water down here. Factory going up for Redknack, and that is a very tight town centre. Tight. Trying his best now. See this advanced arsenal. I don't know what he's got from the advanced arsenal. Feels like he needed more musketeers. Musketeer combat coming in would have been really nice as well. Unfortunate, the age up with 1k coin. Aging up with 1k coin. That is so ballsy. So ballsy. Now being picked up by Samby. That's very, very nice. Longbows coming in, but they're only veteran. They're only veteran, these longbows, so... Yeah, 124 HP compared to 270. Redknack desperately trying to utilize walls and gates and all sorts here to bring himself back into this game, but it doesn't look good. Samby with just the death ball of heavy cannons here, and there's the GG. There's the GG. Good game. Now, is this gonna further prove the USA is S tier lobby? Because believe me when I say Brits played that wrong. Brits played that so wrong. That Boston Tea Party card, honestly, is so good. If you're gonna nerf something about USA, you need to nerf that card. Like honestly, it's just gives you an insane amount of value. Because if that card didn't exist, then the Samby build would be really, really, it'd struggle. Because obviously you need to send 700 gold instead, which is just nowhere near as effective or as efficient. Can you show the gold graph? Look at that. From 690 to 5,308 with just that one card. Oh, just Boston Tea Party OP.